The Trump administration family separation policy was an aspect of U.S. President Donald Trump's immigration policy. The policy was presented to the public as a zero-tolerance approach intended to deter illegal immigration and to encourage tougher legislation. It was officially adopted across the entire U.S.-Mexico border from April 2018 until June 2018. Under the policy, federal authorities separated children and infants from parents or guardians with whom they had entered the U.S. The adults were prosecuted and held in federal jails or deported, and the children were placed under the supervision of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. A 2021 review done by the Biden administration found that more than 1,400 parents were ultimately deported without their children. In January 2020, the SPLC reported that the official government number of children separated from their parents or guardians under the policy was 4,368. By early June 2018, it emerged that the policy did not include measures to reunite the families that it had separated. Following national and international criticism, on June 20, 2018, Trump signed an executive order ending family separations at the border. On June 26, 2018, U.S. District Judge Dana Subrav issued a nationwide preliminary injunction against the family separation policy and ordered that all children be reunited with their parents within 30 days. In 2019, a release of emails obtained by NBC News, it was revealed that although the administration had said that they would use the government's central database to reconnect the thousands of families that had been separated, the government had only enough information to reconnect 60 children with their parents. By November 2020, the parents of 666 children still had not been found. The administration refused to provide funds to cover the expenses of reuniting families, and volunteer organizations provided both volunteers and funding. The House Committee on Oversight and Reform reported in July 2019 that over 700 children had been separated from their parents after the policy's official end. In July, it was reported that as many as 5 children per day were being separated. And by the end of the year, the total had reached over 1,100. In January 2019, the administration acknowledged that thousands more children may have been separated from their families than the previously reported figure of 2,737. With officials uncertain of the exact number, investigation showed that the child separation policy had actually begun in the summer of 2017, prior to the zero-tolerance policy announced in April 2018. Federal officials said there were no plans to attempt to reunite these children because it would destabilize the permanency of their existing home environment and could be traumatic to the children. In June 2019, a group of attorneys with the Flores settlement visited a Border Patrol center in Clint, Texas. The children told the lawyers that meals consisted of instant oatmeal, a cookie and sweetened drink for breakfast, instant noodles for lunch, and a heated frozen burrito and a cookie for dinner. They said they had not had a clean change of clothing or a bath for weeks. There were no adult caretakers. Girls as young as 10 were taking care of the younger ones. President George W. Bush began the trend of a zero-tolerance approach in 2005 with Operation Streamline. But during his administration, exceptions were generally made for adults traveling with minors. President Barack Obama made changes to immigration policy, releasing parents and focusing on deportation of immigrants who committed crimes in the U.S. Attempting to cope with the 2014 American immigration crisis, a surge of unaccompanied children and women fleeing violence in Central America, while complying with the 1997 Flores v. Reno Settlement Agreement consent decree by keeping families together. Under Obama, the Department of Homeland Security built family detention centers in Pennsylvania, New Mexico, and Texas. Unaccompanied children were kept in holding cells, separated by age and gender while appropriate placements were found. In 2015, Obama introduced the Family Case Management Program which, according to the fact sheet about the program, specifically prioritized families with certain vulnerabilities, including pregnant or nursing family member, those with very young children, family members with mental health concerns, families who speak only indigenous languages, and other special needs, to offer an alternative to being held in detention centers while awaiting the court to process their asylum claims, which often takes years. In 2016, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled in Flores v. Lynch that detained immigrant children should be released as quickly as possible, but that parents were not required to be freed. The Obama administration complied by releasing women and children after detaining them together for 21 days. Presidential candidate Donald Trump sigh.